Hi all, welcome back to Florence Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the OMAN MOH or OMAN PROMETRIC exam. Both are same. First of all, who can write these exams? These exams are conducted for the healthcare or medical professionals belonging to any medical field. Those who are willing to work in Oman as a registered medical practitioner or healthcare professional. These exams are conducted for all the healthcare professions. That means doctors, nurses, lab technicians, pharmacists, dentists, optometrists, physiotherapists, microbiologists, technicians, perfusionists, etc. etc. So actually this is a licensing exam for the healthcare professionals. After passing this exam only, a healthcare professional can officially work in Oman as a registered healthcare professional. Hope you understood. And what are the eligibility for writing this exam? The first thing is, after passing your respective healthcare course, you should have recently minimum 3 years working experience in your home country. Earlier it was 2 years. Now, in most cases, they are demanding 3 years working experience. And also, you should have a valid registration certificate from any valid healthcare council or body. So first thing is, after passing the course, you have you should have minimum 3 year recent work experience, regular full-time work experience in any hospitals or clinics according to your profession. And also you should have any valid registration certificate from any valid healthcare council or body in your home country. That means there are many councils, healthcare councils giving registration to various medical professions. That means doctors council, dental council, pharmacy council, paramedical council, nurses council, etc. etc. So register in the council which is relevant for you in your state or your country. So those who have experience but still not having the registration certificate, try to get a registration certificate as soon as possible from any recognized health council or organizations. Then you can apply for the Oman Prometric or Oman MOH exam. This exam has two parts. The first is written exam. It will be online exam. You can book the date and write the exam in any exam centers in your home country normally. After passing the exam, you should do the data flow process. After passing the exam, you should do the data flow process. So the first part is written exam. You can write the exam online normally in any exam centers. Normally there will be 100 to 150 questions and about 2.5 to 3 hours. It will be objective type questions, but it will be twisted questions as well as there will be case studies, etc., etc., etc. So you should take a thorough coaching as well as you should practice many previous exam questions and materials. Then only you can have a chance to pass these exams in first attempt because these are international exams. And after passing the exam, you should do the second process, that is data flow process. Data flow means the verification of our various certificates from 10 standard onwards by the Oman government authorities. It's also an online process, data flow process. So after completing the data flow process, you will get the eligibility letter. And for the some provisions, there will be a viva after reaching in Oman, but the written exam is the main part. Normally in the viva, you can easily pass through that viva if you just prepare and go. And suppose if you fail in the first attempt, normally you can write the Oman Prometric or MOH 3 times. So you can write 3 times the Oman Prometric exam normally, in the normal cases. And the validity of this Oman Prometric exam, earlier it was 6 months, now it is about 1 year. That means after writing or passing the written exam, its validity is about 1 year. After 1 year, it will expire. So before that, you should find out and get into some jobs in Oman. Next is, what are the documents needed for this data flow process? The normal documents needed for the data flow process are 10 standard certificate, plus 2 certificate, degree or diploma certificates, registration certificate, experience certificates, passport copy, passport size photo, etc. These are the normal certificates needed for this data flow process. And we need the scanned copies of these certificates for doing the data flow process. And as I said, normally it is about 1 year is the validity of this Oman Prometric or Oman MOH exam. And again, when we come into this written exam, it will be online exam and objective type, but the exam will be tough because it is international exam. There will be the direct questions will be very less. Most questions will be twisted questions, indirect questions, case studies, etc., etc. So you should get a thorough coaching, theory coaching, as well as you should prepare using the materials. Then only there will be a high chance for passing you in the first attempt itself. So, and one more thing, but anyhow, there is no negative mark for the written exam, so you can attempt all the questions. So these are the basic details about the Oman Prometric or Oman MOH exam. And for some rare professions, they will not be having the online written exam. Instead of that, after going to Oman, there will be an offline exam, or for some professions, there will be they will be only conducting a viva. These things are for the rare medical professions. Okay, for the normal medical professions, that means doctors, nurses, dentists, pharmacists, optometrists, physiotherapists, lab technicians, etc., etc. They have the written exam, and after that we should do the data flow. And in most probably after reaching the Oman, there will be a small viva. But the written exam is the main part. For some rare professions means the students in that professions who are going to work in Oman will be less in number. For example, sometimes there's for an example, anesthesia technician or cath lab technician, like that. Some rare courses, sometimes there will be only Viva, but it also depends on the decision by the Oman MOH authorities. Sometimes they will also conduct the written exam. So anyhow, we should prepare well for the written exam and also for the Viva. So these are the basic details about the Oman Prometric or MOH exam. Hope everyone got an idea about these exams. If you have any further doubts, you can comment and ask us, Florence Academy. And also, if you need any theory coachings, online or offline, as well as study materials, as well as this data flow process, exam date taking process, etc., from any part of the world, you can contact Florence Academy. We will be there to guide you and to support you. Also, you can contact in our WhatsApp number 9526 145 043. Thank you all.